Hi there, Joka here, and in today's video I'm going to share some cards that I created with the new Spellbinders Classic Christmas collection. First I'm gonna show you the products that are in this collection. I think I have them all, but I have not used them all, I think. So this one is a Santa, which at this point I have no idea what is what. Some of the pieces I can figure out, but some I don't, or can't. So I will need help with that one. This one is simple. What are these called again? Bottle brush trees or something, right? Now I got so uncertain. But anyway, as you can see, there's just two sizes of trees, 2 layers, a few additional things. So that one is easy to put together. Now this one is actually, these are sentiments where you can see there's a part that is die cut, and then there's another part that is that you're supposed to use foil with, so your Glimmer machine. Then there is a set with Poinsettia, some foliage, a little bird, and candy cane. So obviously this is one of my favorites. You know, if it's flowers, I'm in. Then the next one is a large Merry Christmas sentiment. This one I actually used, well, actually partially, I think I used Mary on one of my cards in my previous video, and today I'm going to use both. Then there is a layering stencil set. I think there's 5 layers or 6. I'm not going to use this in today's video. I don't know, it's beautiful actually, but for some reason I don't really use inks lately. I just prefer die cutting. However, it also comes with some sentiments, which I really love. These are the type, this type was already in some of the club kits, where, you know, it just pierces the sentiment into the paper. It's really cool. And then there's this beautiful 3D embossing folder, which I also used in my previous video already. It's very similar to this month 3D embossing folder kit. And this is how I start out. I created a bunch of trees. I'm using, again, this polka dot embossing folder just to add some texture in the background. And for colors, I actually wanted to just go with black and white and gold to do something different than I normally do. And also it's easier because I don't have to think about what color to use with what dye. But it was just not enough. So I added craft and I added a little bit of red to my projects, especially because the Santa, I don't know, I was thinking about creating a black one, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind using different colors for traditional things, but Santa, I just couldn't. So anyway, I created a bunch of trees, as you can see, and then I'm just going to layer them to kind of create a scene here. And I'll add that, I don't know, like a tree trunk slice, I don't even know what you call that, to some of them, which are going to be in the foreground. So, and the rest I don't bother adding anything. And then for the trees in the background, I'm just using liquid glue, and for the ones in the foreground, I am using foam tape to give them some dimension. And at this point, I realized that I probably should have die cut the trees in the foreground twice, like, you know, double up on those layers, because you can see that the middle of the tree is really, really skinny, and I'm adding foam tape, so that's not very sturdy there. But then I didn't add the second layer, but I think that would be better. Okay, and I'm not going to do anything special with this card. I will just add a sentiment. And what I wanted to say, you know, there's that sentiment set with the Glimmer parts that it's so hot here. I don't know about you, but it's so hot here and I can't bear it. So to start Glimmer, I just couldn't even think of it. I was standing in front of a double fan. You can see my hair throughout the whole video because it's blowing everywhere. So yeah, I did not take out my Glimmer machine. So instead, I will just use those parts that are dies. And look, for example, this one, I don't remember what collection this was. I already had these foiled last year or 2 years ago. I don't know. I will check if I find it on this particular set for you. And it has the same sentiment. So making spirits bright. So what I did, I die cut making, and then I just trimmed this already prepared sentiment. And so I'm just going to mix and match those. I have a lot of Christmas sentiments already created, so I think it's okay that I use them. Now this panel here is actually already pre-embossed. This is I bought the craft paper. It's from Basil, and it's a bit darker than the Spellbinders June color that I use for the other cards. Now, this candy cane, you can see that it's also embossed, so you can see where you have to glue the stripes. I actually lost one and I still haven't found it. But then I realized that it doesn't matter because I'm going to trim it anyway. I will not need that bottom part, so it's okay. Then the poinsettia I am creating from white cardstock, and I'm adding some foam tape between the layers, not too thick, just, you know, still that there is a little bit of dimension. And then for the middle, I'm adding these 3 gold berries. Now for the little bird, I die cut every piece from black and white cardstock, and then I'm alternating between the colors, but I did glue together both layers, so you can see that every shape is actually, they consist of 2 layers. Sorry about my hair. I don't know, I think I probably have to move my phone again. But yeah, my hair was in the frame all the time. Yeah, so here's where I use that big sentiment. The Christmas I had left over from the previous video, and then I die cut Mary again from the same gold cardstock, which is actually from, oh, I want to say Nouveau, but Tonic Studios. Yeah, and I actually have to buy more, and I don't know, I bought these so many years ago, I don't even know where to buy them. All right, so I'm just going to create a cluster here with one large poinsettia, and then some foliage. Some of them are black, then craft color and gold. And I'm just trying to arrange them in a way that I like them. And then I have 2 candy canes that I want to stick in, and then the little bird I will have on the pine needles there. And I'm adding some foam tape to the bird just so that it stands out a little bit more. and then I'm starting to glue down everything, and of course I'm only gluing down the part that goes under the poinsettias, just so that I have plenty of dimension, because dimension is everything, right? And then that card is almost done as well. It's very simple. It's really cool to work with limited colors, to be honest, because it's so much quicker. I really enjoyed it, and I felt like, because this collection is called Classic Christmas, that it also fit the theme. However, the reason, well, one of the reasons I did not use the stencil set is because that really would have needed more colors. And I don't know, black, I don't know. I don't think I've ever used black ink that way. I was not gonna try this time. Maybe I'll use it sometime in the future. And then I have one more collection left for this month, Jana's beautiful foil collection, but that I don't know when I'm gonna be able to work with it, because again, it's really hot and just don't feel like I want to start my glimmer machine. Maybe next week, I hope. Let's see. And I'll finish off the card with some enamel dots. So, third card, I'm going to be using this gorgeous 3D embossing folder. And oh yeah, and all my cards are 5 by 7 inch big, so just in case you're wondering. And of course this takes a little bit longer, because you can see how many tiny little pieces there are. Once I die cut them, I mostly could figure out how they work, but I did have the graphic in front of me. So here the eyes, I put some copy paper, I just glued it on the back so that I I can place the eyes inside there. There's something holds that together. So I think I couldn't figure out one piece. I will show that to you. I assume it's an arm, but I couldn't figure out how that works. So in any case, I'm putting together the head. So this, I feel like, probably should be a different color, the mouth, but I'm going with that color. Now the boots, you can just go ahead without this detail, this gold detail on it, but I really liked it, so I placed those on. And for the arms, you will see that I'm using the same 2 arms, but you can actually create different arms. There is this one here with a different glove, and then this is the piece that I couldn't figure out. I feel like that's also an arm, but I'm not sure. So if anybody figures it out, let me know what that part was. So I'm adding the white details to the coat, and then the belt. It's actually not too difficult to figure it out. The shapes are kind of given, so I think after a while it's straightforward. Now the boots I am attaching with the help of some paper strips at the back, because I figured that holds it better, but you might not need that. Then the what do you call this sack with the toys? Anyway, that was a bit, well, it was not challenging, but I did have to look at the graphic, how that goes in the hand. And then in the other hand, there's the bell. I guess you could put that in there 2 different ways. I decided to have the bell on the bottom, but then, I lifted that arm, so it's actually, yeah, I don't know if that looks any good, but that's what it is. And then I'm adding foam tape to the back, and I actually am using two different thickness, because every one of these pieces of my Santa are or is 2 layers. So you know, when you glue those together, there you have different, so they are not level. So I'm using my thinner foam tape to level those out, and then I'm adding the thicker foam tape to, you know, just to give it a dimension. And then here I noticed that I use the same paper for my for the sack and for the background. So I am going to try to add something to it so that the Santa can still stand out. So basically, I am thinking that I will add something behind it, like a simple shape, any kind of die, like a geometric type die would work, circle, oval, whatever. I pulled out the one that is quite recent, maybe from last month, a kind of oval shape. And then I'm using my favorite type of sentiment from that set, and I'm also adding one of those foiled sentiments that I already had, just because it said delivering warm hugs or something. Delivering, anyway, you know, because Santa's bringing something. So that was my thought process there. And I used pattern paper here, which is black, and that's it. Just some foam tape for dimension again. Also for my sentiments, which I think I didn't manage to center properly, and maybe not even they are probably not straight either. Anyway, and then that's it. I'm not going to add anything else, but I like how that turned out. I like the simple colors on that. So these are my 3 cards with this new collection. I think it's a beautiful collection. I hope you like it too. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I will be back with Jana's collection sometime soon. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye-bye.